yo. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your boy MadeMenMelo with the first official game stream of 2022. We got hella goals to accomplish. We got hella goals we accomplished last year, and I would like to compound and multiply those goals this year. And you already know, Genshin Mornings is here. Do you understand me? Genshin Mornings is here. We are ready to go. This is the 25th iteration of Genshin Mornings. This your boy MadeMenMelo. Alright. We're streaming through YouTube. We're streaming through Facebook and Twitch. So if you want to follow me on Facebook, search the page MadeMenMelo. If you're looking through Twitch, same name. Let me make sure everything is good. Make sure everything is set up right. All right, we good. We are good. Let's get it. All right, let me get out of here. I'm done with my pot. I need to go. I need to go overseas, over yonder, in the zooming. All right. Like I said before, we got goals to accomplish. I wrote some down already. I'm gonna write some more. That's a relay. It's a relay stone. Hold on. You come over here. Hey, hey, hey! See a Tori on YouTube. Thank you for the subscribe. Appreciate you. I'll figure it out later. I think I know what to do. Definitely have to use myself as one.
Disappear! Eyes on me! Judgment!
Come on, we can do it.
I got it.
Lights out.
I got Kevin.
Judgment. Yeah. I see how it is. Judgment. You can't run. Shiver.
Crap. Thank you.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. It's hard to remain on dry land for so long. Never quite seem to get my land legs back. Where have you been hiding?
Thank you.
Let the show begin. Hi.
Looks like overtime today. Judgment! To ashes! Lights out. Wind down.
Ready, steady, go! Go, Barbara, go!
Crap. Bless me. Is it in that thing? I'm thinking it is. I think it is. Nope. What? Unless... Nope, don't see it. Not here. Hey,
This close.
there it is. Hi. Nice to meet ya.
Judgment.
Finally, no.
Another test subject. That tingle? Suffocate.
Does that tingle?
Let's get down to business.
You can't run.
Let's get down to business.
I'll protect you.
More! How's this?
Punishment.
To the ferry. Finally, to the ferry.
What's one more point?
Yeah. You can't run. Yeah. Lights out. Hey, let the show. You can't run. Yeah. Yeah. Judgment. You can't run.
Cheap tricks.
Come on, we can do it. Yeah.
Cut down. Like this.
Oh, no, no, no. All right, let's get it.
Punishment. Judgment.
Disappear!
You can't run. Power that ended Heisong. Lights
With the wind!
You can't run.
Yay! Nope. Don't see it. Alright. Let's get it. Let's get it and go get my money too. I need to get my funds. I need money. I need money. I need money.
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing today's commissions.
Thank you.
Ad Astra.
46, baby. We live, baby. We live. Oh, 46.
Ad Astra.
Ad Astra out of sight. Bands make a dance. Bands make a dance. $18. Let's go. Let's go. Your boy's lit. I think it goes up to 20. Yep. Goes up to 20. So gold's 20. Everybody else is 16. Okay. So yeah, that's maxed out. So you fully kitted unless I get gold. I got funds though. I got funds though. You hear me? I got funds. I got 1,047,964. Let's go. Your boy got funds. Hold on, I can send somebody. I'll take it. Let's go. Boost you on up. Boost you on up. Let's go. Boost you on up.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister. La da 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 da.
My fighting skill.
Alright, I'm good, because I'm about to be out of funds. How much? 113,000. Your boy went from a milli to 100,000. But it's worth it though, because everybody only needs to be ascended in their kits. Work on their ascensions. Getting all my characters level up. I may not use them, but there will come a time. There will come a time where I will need them. Shit,
No
it's
one's
something.
looking. Okay, you can come out now. Come around the side. We're lucky that no one from the Tenryo Commission was around. Otherwise, we'd all be in big trouble.
Sorry, I guess I was a little rash, but when I heard you come back, I just...
Don't worry, Sakujiro. So far, at least, everything is going according to plan. We're going to look for firework materials shortly. While we're out, we'll sort out the boat situation for you, as promised.
Thank you for all your help.
He's one of our old customers. He came back to Inazuma from the outside world not long ago. While he was smuggling himself in, the Tenryo Commission found him and put out a warrant for his arrest. An arrest warrant? Shh, keep it down. We don't want to draw any unwanted attention. If Sakujiro was caught, there's no knowing what crimes they could charge him with. All we can do is find him a boat and send him out of Inazuma again. Yeah, we know it's going to be dangerous, but there aren't many other options left. What if the boat capsizes? Drowning is really scary. If things are this bad, couldn't you just not come back in the first place?
Well, there's something I felt I had to do. But as soon as I got back, I started hearing about all these unbelievable changes. I had made my mind up originally, but now I'm not sure anymore. I didn't want to cause any trouble for Yoimiya or Mr. Ryunosuke, but I'm very grateful to them for taking me in.
Hey, no worries. You're more than welcome. Remember what I said? As long as you've got that little piece of paper, you'll always be a valued customer of the Naganoharas. Little piece of paper? Yep, the same paper slips as the one I gave to the kids earlier. Whenever a customer orders fireworks for a commemorative event, we always include a little paper slip with the goods. Only people from inside my family can understand what's written on it. It's the recipe for the fireworks they ordered. If someone shows a Naganohara that paper slip, we guarantee we can make the exact same firework as the original one they purchased, whether it's 10 or even 100 years later. Wow, that is so awesome! It's a family tradition. All our regular customers know about this.
The slip I have is from back when my parents ordered fireworks from Mr. Ryunosuke. Now that I think about it, it must be nearly 20 years ago. I would have thought that things would turn out the way they have.
It'll be fine. Escaping in a boat is just the last resort for if there's no other way. I'll still try and come up with a different solution, because it'd be much better if you could stay in Inazuma. Whatever their reasons might be, if our customers come to us looking for help, we're not about to leave them high and dry.
Thank you. This way, I still have some time to consider my options.
All right. Well, let's not stay out here in the open for too long. Hurry up and get back inside. I'll let you know as soon as I have an update for you.
All right. I'll leave it to you then, I guess.
It's a shame. They still wouldn't give him a permit, even though he was born and raised in Inazuma.
Right.
Speaking of, you guys only got here
It
recently.
speaks.
How did you manage to get a permit?
I kind of snuck in.
Even then, we only got through thanks to some help from Miss Hiragi Chisato of the Kanjo Commission.
I see. So you had big shots helping you. I guess that won't be of much help to Sakujiro. I just wish the commissions could be a little bit more flexible. I bet nowhere else you've been is quite like Inazuma, huh?
Pretty much.
Well, no matter what, I have to find a way to help him. I'm sorry. I invited you to come watch the fireworks, but now I have to run a few errands. You don't have to join me if you don't want to. I can go sort out the firework materials and do it by myself. You can
Roblox.
come meet me back at the house
Let
later.
them kids on. Let them kids play Roblox.
Oh, cool. Then let's start with Sakujiro's boat. We can chat along the way. Oh yeah, if it's fine with you, can I ask how you two first met?
He saved me from drowning this one time, and after that, we started traveling together. Why do you ask?
Nothing. I'm just quite envious of your relationship. If my pops had a person like you around, his being deaf wouldn't hold things up all the time. Why do you look so excited?
Because you said person and not floating child or mascot.
Right. See the growth. Growth, Paimon.
Michi, I'm
Growth.
here. How is the boat coming along?
Yeah, it's, all right, I guess. I was questioned, though. Wait, should we really be talking about this in front of them?
Oh, don't worry, they're my friends. You can trust them. They came with me to check up on the boat.
Yeah, you could say we're all in the same boat here.
Paimon never ceases to fail me. Every time. Paimon does not let me down. You hear me?
Oh, I see. Sorry, I didn't mean to doubt you. I'm just being cautious. The boat is ready, but I'll have to be discreet moving it here.
Huh? Why is that?
Because of the Sokoku decree, the Tenryou Commission is really suspicious of any kind of seaborne vessel. Even the smallest ones, they'll stop and interrogate us, demanding to know what we plan on doing with it. It's a real nuisance.
I understand. I'm sorry for dragging you into this mess.
Don't be silly. I'm actually happy you came to me for help. I've always come to you for fireworks, and again this time. So just consider this my way of saying thank you. Right, I'll go fetch the boat now. I should be back shortly.
You... Oh, if it's on the way, you can always pick up your fireworks from my house. Everything was made in strict accordance with what was on the paper slip. You won't find the slightest thing wrong with them.
Ah, shoot.
All right then. The fireworks show will be starting soon, won't it? You should make sure your friends get to see it.
Pokemon.
It's an Inazuman tradition after all.
Yep, that's the plan. Oh, you know what? You should tell them about your past. About the first time you ordered fireworks for my family.
That's a long story, actually. Where do I start?
You know where to start.
Maybe I'll come back to that after moving the boat here.
Sir, let us know.
Yeah, got caught up in the conversation there.
Okay, well, I'll leave you to it for now and meet you back here later.
Lucky you reminded me. Otherwise, I would have ended up chatting the rest of the day away. I've been so busy with the fireworks business these past few days that I haven't had a moment to stop and chat with anyone. It's killing me. Of course, Pops is happy to listen to me chatter away, but because he can hardly hear anything, it's difficult to get an interesting reaction from him. And I'm doing it again, aren't I?
Yes, yes, you are.
What I meant to say was, well,
She always
we should
does
try to
that.
find some firework materials. I need to make fireworks not just for you guys, but for those kids and Sakajiro as well. We're missing a lot of materials.
Okay, let's go get it.
It'll be fine. It's
She lying.
usually like this every year. There's always a bunch of extra orders to slot in here and there. When people want fireworks, it's always because they have something to commemorate. And if they miss the chance, they might never get another one. So, no matter how busy I am, I'm always happy to take their orders.
So, what you're trying to say is that you enjoy the work?
Oh, I do! I really do! Being born into a family of fireworks makers, I feel like since I was a kid, I've been obsessed with watching things go boom! And then seeing all the lights and colors and... But what I really wanted to say was, don't worry about me. It'll all be fine. Sorry. It's just that good conversation can be as fleeting as fireworks sometimes, you know? So, when I'm in the mood and I've got a lot to say, I just have to get all out there in one go and leave no regrets.
No regrets. No, not regrets. No regrets. You gotta say it. You gotta say it with me now. Say it with me now. No regrets. Okay? no
It
regrets.
can get uncomfortable, I guess. But what else would I be using my voice for?
True story.
Huh, you kinda have a point.
I'm not a talker like that. Unless I'm comfortable. I can't just talk to any and everybody and ramble.
Ah, here we are. Hello, Morihiko. How's business these days?
Yoy Mia, there you are. I thought you might show up. Ha, no need to beat around the bush. You're here for the fireworks materials, I assume. I put a batch aside just for you. It'll definitely be enough.
Huh? Really? How did you know?
Because a fireworks show is coming up. And that usually means you'll be running all over the place trying to get your hands on some last-minute materials. I've come to expect it now. There's always a few extras unaccounted for, eh?
Oh, so sorry for bothering you every time.
Ah, come on now. You know I didn't mean it like that. I'd sooner have my business go under than turn down one of your requests. What about you two? Are you the ones needing some fireworks made?
No, I'm good. But if you like to give us some,
It's no trouble at all,
you know,
my
I could
friend.
put it in my tea house.
Once when I had an argument with my son, Yoimiya was the one who came and calmed him down. I'm hopeless at communicating with him. If it wasn't for Yoimiya, who knows, he probably would have run away by now.
Nah, he was never gonna come to that. He's a sensitive kid and he cares a lot about your feelings. It's just, he doesn't know how to express it. Maybe if you turn that frown upside down once in a while, he might feel more at ease.
Yeah, I guess I'm probably too serious around him. Which is strange, because I don't think I'm anything like that when I'm talking with other people.
Don't worry about it. No one's perfect. If you have any more trouble in the future, just come to me. Even if it's not fireworks related, I'll happily oblige. Customers come first. Always.
All right then. Everyone's always saying what a good kid you are. Your father must be very proud of you. Go ahead and take the ore, by the way. It's on the house.
Ooh,
No,
for the free?
I have a question.
Take it.
Don't worry. Just take it as a token of my gratitude.
Shut up and take it.
Gratitude won't pay your bills, though. Don't do this to me. Can't we just play by normal business rules here?
I already said it's fine. Please, just take it.
Take it,
Sure,
lady.
You've got a load of other things you need to get done today.
Take it. Stop
Well,
playing with
how about
yourself.
this, then? I'll record this in my notebook, and we can consider it a down payment against any fireworks you want to purchase in the future.
There's no convincing you, is there? All right then, if you insist. Pass on my regards to your dad. Tell him Morihiko wishes him health and happiness.
Will do. You look after yourself as well. Don't push yourself too hard. You don't want to make yourself ill again.
Everyone seems to really like you, Yoimiya.
Well, for one thing, if you want to commemorate something, naturally you're gonna want something loud, bright, and beautiful. But I think more importantly than that, everyone trusts us. If it wasn't for our customers, we wouldn't be able to stay in business. Anyway, we've got all the materials we need now, so that solves that problem. Next, we just need to go find someone to process them.
Correct. Hold on for 1 second.
Surely it'd be more interesting for the protagonist to discover their ability to stop time here.
So I'm deleting Pokemon. Trying to see what I'm keeping and what I'm getting rid of.
The new book from Yai Publishing House is out. Come take a look.
Need to clear some space.
Surely it'd be more interesting for the protagonist to discover their ability to stop time here.
No, it's not clear, but I need to clear some space. Almost got 900 Pokemon in here. I need to clear some space. I need to keep space for evolutions. Because I'm trying to get one of each. At least one of each. Right now I'm trying to get a Whale Lord.
Mr. Aminoma, it's me!
Ah, Yoimiya. If I'm not mistaken, you must be here for some firework materials.
Seems like everyone knows how busy Yoimiya gets leading up to the fireworks show.
I'm very sorry. Would you be able to wait for a while? I have quite a backlog of weapons orders right now.
No worry. Oh, wait, actually, yeah, that could be a problem. Some worries. How about this? Do you need a hand? As long as we can get through your orders, you can help me process my ore, right?
That will depend on my master.
Oh, you don't mind, do you, Mr. Aminoma? As you know, it's not long now until the Naganohara fireworks show starts. There's still a lot of fireworks left to make, and if I don't finish them on time...
Talkative as ever, I see, dear child. The essence of Amenoma art is patience and focus. When the mind is disturbed, it will show in the blade that is forged. If you badger Hajime like this, you will only succeed in disrupting his concentration.
But this is a special circumstance, surely. The Naganohara fireworks show is right around the corner.
So give me your ore, and I will process it for you.
Huh? Master, you mean you'll do the work personally?
Is that so surprising?
Right.
It is, after all, the only option.
Thank you for helping out, Mr. Aminoma.
My dog literally just said, you tried my life.
The Naganohara fireworks show is an important event. This I know well. In addition to this, I am indebted to Ryunosuke for all the business he has given me. But Yoimiya, you should plan things more carefully in the future. Do not rush everything at the last minute.
I'll try my best. In the future, I'll get some extra materials in to cover any unexpected changes of plan late in the day.
Though for you, dear child, no matter how much you prepare in advance, it may never be enough. Excuse me. I will be back shortly.
Wow, Mr. Aminoma! Just look at the shape and size of these grains! It's beautiful! I'm at a loss for words. It's been a while since I've seen you take up your tools, but it looks like your craft hasn't degraded one bit.
Of course. I have studied these techniques my whole life. They are impossible for me to forget.
So, have Amenoma Art and Naganohara Fireworks been working together for a long time already?
Back in the day, it was my master, and Ryunosuke's father. The people may have changed from one generation to another, but the ingredients required to make fireworks have remained the same. Hajime, in the future, this will be up to you.
I know.
All right, I won't bother you guys any longer. Oh, remember to come and watch the fireworks. Okay, time to head off. Koichi probably isn't back just yet, but let's go wait for him. just as I thought, he isn't back yet. But not to worry, because actually, I've been hoping for a chance to have a nice long chat with you all day. Sorry for dragging you with me everywhere. Everyone's been so good to me, though. It's all gone really smoothly.
Feels like Paimon has barely spoken a word this whole trip.
I felt like I was neglecting you guys, so I wanted to find an opportunity to catch up. When we first met, I was in a hurry. We didn't have a chance to sit down and have a proper chat. You guys are travelers, right? So, where else did you go before coming to Inazuma? I haven't been to Liyue before, but from what I've heard from Miss Beto, it sounds like a really interesting place. But something big happened there recently, right? Didn't their Archon leave all of a sudden?
Yeah, a lot of crazy things went down as a result. Luckily, everyone worked together to stave off a huge disaster that could have wiped out the whole city.
Oh, well, that's good to hear. I gotta say, it's pretty remarkable that the citizens managed to step up and keep things going even after their Archon left. I mean, I sure can't imagine Inazuma without the Shogun. My friend once said to me that only people with a strong will and a clear purpose decide to go traveling. Maybe it's to see a certain view or to fulfill a certain wish. So, what made you guys embark on your treacherous journey to Inazuma?
And we're looking for answers from the gods, too.
You were separated from your family because of a god? Oh, that must be really tough. I get it. Well, if that's how it is, then that's how it is. You know, I was going to ask if you guys wanted to stay here in Inazuma. Unlike the outside world, what Inazuma seeks is eternity. In other words, a state of tranquility where very little ever changes. The advantage of that is that if you're ever tired from your journey, Inazuma's a great place to come and rest. Let me put it this way. I was just worried that you might be getting weary. If you keep pressing on in that state, you might start to lose sight of the things that made you want to start your journey in the first place.
Sometimes. That's also just how it is.
When you're exhausted, everything becomes an uphill struggle. Even trying to have fun. You won't be able to enjoy yourself if you're too tired. An adventurer friend of mine once told me that if you're too focused on reaching the end of the race, you'll miss a lot of opportunities and precious moments to be had along the way. Don't worry though, I'm sure I can think of some way to get you feeling relaxed and happy. And you're here now, so even if you're gonna leave eventually, I want to make sure you at least leave with fond memories. Who knows? Once you're reunited with your family, maybe you'll find Inazuma the right kind of place to call home. I already have an idea of the color and type of fireworks I want to give you guys. I'll keep it a secret for now, though.
Yoimiya, I'm back. Sorry to keep you wait. Okay, good. Let's go then. Just...
If it can withstand the storms out on the ocean...
Absolutely. Rest assured that the quality...
Too small.
Can't be helped, I'm afraid. This is the biggest and still, I'll be the first...
I'm also hoping Sakajiro... Gotta say though, Koichi, it feels...
To avoid detection, we each worked on our own material. This is the largest we could afford to build. Any bigger and there's no way it would pass the 10...
Let's store the boat here for now then. I'll... Maybe it does. But I knew what I was getting in. My family has pretty good connections with the Yashiro Commission. As long as I'm polite and respect... And anyway, to your point...
That's true. This was all a collaborative effort. Wait.
So you're seasoned criminal, okay? Don't know what I was worried about then. Anyway, thanks for everything, Koichi. And your fireworks are ready, so just go pick them up from my house whenever you want. While you're—
Oh, don't worry about paying anything. Third sis would be sure to scold.
Who's there? Oh, let me explain this one. It's a story my pops told me. At one point, there were a dozen or so. They were a tightly knit group of friends. It was inevitable that business would send them all to different—
That's right. Just before we went our separate ways, the eldest of the...
They were all very ambitious types. And after that, he hardly saw them.
Yeah. No matter how close you and your friends are, there's always gonna be some distance after being to us.
Oh, so this is what— Yep, that's exactly right. Anyway, I need to go update Sakujiro.
Yeah, I should get out of here too. I don't want to get caught red-handed.
Okay, story time. So, whenever Koichi brings one of his friends from the trade association to see me, they always mention how they used to play with me when I was a kid, or held me once as a baby, or something. But there are so many of them in that friendship group, and I don't remember anything from that age anyway, so I never have a clue who they are. One time, he shows up with another one of his friends, and the friend asks me if I remembered him. So I'm like, yes!
Hello, hello. How do you do? How do you do?
Koichi just bursts out laughing and says, actually, this is one of his carpenter friends. Turns out he's a lot younger than he looks. Just a few years older than me. I went bright red and must have apologized like a million times. I was so
Yes, I am.
The boat is ready and waiting. I'll mark the location for you on the map. Before you leave, I recommend that you pack some food and—
After how much effort it took to get back in, it's hard to convince myself to leave again. Especially when I'll be going up against the stormy ocean on a tiny little boat. My prospects don't look great.
No. No. Sounds sketchy.
Well, they won't look much better if you get caught by the Tenryo Commission. I'm afraid that sooner or later they are going to find you here. Time is starting to run out.
I'm sorry. I'll make sure to get out of here before they come. I promise I won't cause you and your family any more trouble.
I didn't
What you mean by checking your account?
If we ever ran into but if the Tenryo Commission does catch up to you, they make a run for the boat.
Okay, I won't let them catch me. But...
Why did you want to come back to Inazuma anyway? Is there...
I didn't used to like this place at all. That's why I left. But looking back on things now, I was really just running away from my responsibilities. Once I started to realize that, I got restless. I couldn't stop so I... forget it. What does it matter?
What a pity.
Talk to us about it. Maybe we could...
If only there was no Sakoku decree, huh? Anyway, don't worry. We're not going to bother you about it. We'll keep trying to buy you as much time as possible until you reach your final decision. The Tenryo Commission. If only they weren't so overzealous, there might
I'll check
be a
it.
way. Oh, that's right. That elderly couple, old customers of ours. Their son's in the Tenryo Commission, isn't he? Yeah, quite high up as well. That's it. I'll go talk to them. Maybe they can do something.
Are you sure?
Oh, don't worry about that. They're really nice people. I know them well. They... All right. You should get back indoors, Sakujiro. We'll be back in no time at all. Okay, let's go. Time waits for no one. Wait, hang on. What about the fireworks? All those materials? There's so many orders to finish. Pops? Pops? No, never mind. I know. I'll write him a note telling him to sort out the fireworks.
Ahem. Why did you cut Paimon off earlier?
chop. Venture ain't 58. I am only 46. In world level 6, I think. Okay, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Nice. I know a lot of work went into that. I know a lot of work. A lot of work. This is all I have. That's all I have. Hey, Edgy Bro, what's going on? What's going on? How you doing? How you doing? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm working on her. I just switched. Ding. I will see. I will look. I will look. And Parvati, I've added you, and that takes work. Like right now, I'm being consistent with Genshin now, because before it used to be I wanted to play this, but time and getting busy. But now trying to get it in. What I'm trying to do too is get a set team, like a set definitive team that I want to have. Just boom, 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 no questions asked. girl. And the rest. Haven't done much, but I, you know, pretty much slowly leveled them up and ascended and, you know. See. Oops. Here we go. 6, 3, 7, 5, 4, 9, 1, 7, 8. All right. Venture rank for 3, bird level 7. Two-time main still working on the bill. Okay, gotcha. Ooh, nice. Nice. My guy, Beto. I want a Hu Tao, though. I haven't drawn her. I want a Hu Tao so bad. I want a Hu Tao so bad. Even when I reacted to her trailer, I was like, ooh, I need her. Beto's my guy. Thomas, my guy. Ten, 3. Ooh. Sorry. See her. Damn, that's work. Damn, she do damage. Damn. Yeah, she's dope. She's definitely dope. Definitely dope. Like her, Xiao, Xiao. I got a little Eula. I want Arataki. Like, if I can get Arataki, he is definitely gonna be on my team. I don't care what, who, what, when, where, how. Somebody's getting off. Then if I get Hu Tao, that's 1, 2, 3. Then if I get Hu Tao, like the gang, it'd be like Aether, Arataki, Eula, Hu Tao, or if I keep Rosaria, it'd be that makes like a whole good second team. Artist. Yeah, I looked at it. Like, all that shit's gold. Like, I got gold pieces sparingly, but man. Charge rate 4,780 HP. 311 attack. I have a question. What's the max level? Is it 100? Like, when you fully upgrade, when you fully done upgrading, is it level 100? character level. I know the artifact level is 20 because I had just upgraded one of my artifacts to that level. I'm talking about the character. Character level 90? Okay. Because I know I heard them talking about boosting the character level, but I just never... My dog, Albedo. My guy.
Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Ooh.
Okay, I gotta have her. That was that was dope. That was dope. That just shows me I have a lot
What he needs isn't an answer.
of work to do.
Just time.
I have a lot of work. But I'm gonna draw her. I'm gonna draw her. Nah, I played in demos. What time is it? 12:35. Another 30 minutes. Oh, where are you going? Nope, give me fruit. Hope so. Hope so. I try.
Well, if it isn't Yoimiya, come on in, dear. Come and take a seat. Are these two your friends?
Yes, they're travelers from afar. Outsiders have a very difficult time getting into Inazuma nowadays.
Indeed, these are unprecedented times.
Mm-hmm. Oh, before I forget, I brought the fireworks that you ordered.
Oh, thank you, dear. I wonder if I'll still be around.
Of course you will. You're both in great health. Don't say things like
We aren't as young as we once were. It used to be that I could spend all day working the land, carrying. I wanted to do some weeding yesterday, but as...
No worries. Say no more.
No. I'll just go fetch the tea and some...
It's fine. It's not like it's the first time I've...
It's no trouble.
Oh, if you're quite sure it's no trouble.
Pickled radish.
It won't take us a moment.
Help.
Both folks aren't very mobile, so come on, let's help them out.
Pickled radish. Lord.
Yeah, you got it. And that should just about do it.
Thank you, dears. Oh, sorry to make you run.
I'll brew some tea and prepare...
Satoru is on the other side of the village. Let's go see him now.
I've already waited this long.
Hey, Satoru. How have you been? Keeping well?
Yeah, same as usual. Not much has changed. You're looking full of life, as always.
All thanks to the support of our loyal customers. The family business just keeps getting better and better. We sold some fireworks to Liu a while back, and word is they were a real hit. So it looks like we'll be getting more business from over there in the future.
That must mean a lot more work for you, though. Are you sure you and Mr. Ryunosuke can manage? If it gets too much, don't forget, you can always ask me for help,
We should be fine. I think we can cope. Oh, yeah. This is some pickled radish from Mrs. Imatani.
Oh, wow, thank you so much. I never used to be a fan of pickled radish, would you believe? But then I tried some of Mrs. Imatani's homemade stuff and I couldn't get enough of it. It's a family staple now.
Speaking of your family, how's everyone doing?
They're doing well. We have the occasional heated argument, but I guess that's every family ever. Being close to family is better than never getting to see them, even if it does mean putting up with some conflict. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Imatani seem to have a great relationship, but still, they must get lonely with their child never visiting.
Huh, they didn't seem that way to me. I think they're just used to it. You make a good point, though. I should drop by more often in the future. That way, they won't get so bored.
Oh, I'm sure they'd love that. As would all of us in Konda Village. You're always welcome here.
Thank you! Now that we finished all the chores, it's time to talk to the Imatanis about Sakujiro.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
That was quick. Ah, young people are so handy.
Younger people have bundles of energy, and older people have a wealth of wisdom. Each have their strengths.
Speaking of youth, do you know what? It's been 50 years this year.
Oh, so it has. Goodness, how...
50 years since what?
Well, if you must know, it was 50 years ago, back in the days when this young lady was still trying to win me over, that...
Oh, stop trying to impress them. We both know you were the one who was hopelessly smitten and desperately trying to win my affection.
Well, maybe you're right. 50 years... to tell the truth, I was still a little uncertain. I wasn't sure what I was doing when even as it was rising up into the sky, I still had no clue what I was going to say. But then it exploded, the sky lit up. I looked back at her and saw her eyes twinkling in the light of the fireworks. Before I knew what was happening, apparently, I'd already said it. And, well, she'd said yes.
50 years. In some ways, it's a long time. In others, it's no time at all. But 50 years of being together. Now that...
I had no idea it was your 50th anniversary.
Oh, no, it's quite all right. We always set off... Seeing that firework go off takes us right back.
Ah, what a great relationship.
Enough about us, though.
Yeah, it's a difficult...
Sakujiro.
Huh? You know him?
He was our boy's best friend when they were young. They were inseparable. They grew up together, but one day,
Sakujiro seemed to feel that Inazuma was too peaceful and wanted to see what the outside world was like. But our Keisuke took after his father and mother. He felt that there was nothing. You know what children are like.
I see.
Keisuke said nothing to me or my wife about the fight. We could sense that he was very hurt by it, but he didn't. Eventually, whether out of pent-up anger or for some...
If it was anything else, but since it's Sakujiro...
What a strange coincidence!
I understand now. When I asked now I finally understand why...
Two best buddies in childhood. One grows up to join the Tenryou.
Well, no worries. If that's the case, then never mind. We can find some other way to help Sakujiro. There's no need to make things difficult for you.
Yes. It'd be so nice if they could go back to the way things were.
I think after all these years, they ought to let go of their grudges.
Well,
let it go! Let it go!
I'll let Sakujiro know after we get back.
When stuck on a deserted island, rain is a precious source of drinking water. There's no need for it now, though. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Ready, steady, go!
Windblade!
You can't run!
Punishment!
Don't know what's going on, but that's glitched out. It's been glitched out ever since I logged in. So I don't know what's going on.
Mia, something bad's happened. Some people from the Tenryou Commission came by.
Huh? Why? Do they know? Pops, are you alright? They didn't do anything to you, did they?
I told them the show was starting soon and the place was filled with fireworks, so they shouldn't go, but they didn't listen. It seemed like they knew Sakujiro. Luckily, Sakujiro heard them coming in time and managed to escape through the window.
Oh, this is bad news. I don't think Sakujiro had any pops. Did you see where he went? Oh, the Tenryo Commission will definitely... Good point. Names. We need names. The Commission wouldn't normally cause this big of a...
Sorry, my ears are no good. I wish I'd caught their names.
As it happens, I did. I was getting some ore from my friend's place and happened to bump into them. I think their leader's name was Keisuke, just like you said.
Just as I thought. If Sakujiro still hasn't made up his mind, we can't let that happen. Come... It's Matsusaka and his friends. Let's ask them.
Hi, Yoimiya. Are the weapons to scare away the great Mujina yokai ready yet?
Oh, Mr. Ryunosuke is making them right now. You can go collect them from my house later.
Aren't you gonna play with us, Yoimiya?
I'm sorry. I have something important to do right now. I'll be back later on. But I'll bring you guys some candy next time. The extra sweet candy, the one you guys love.
Yay! We're gonna get candy! Woohoo! Candy! Whoa!
Also, I wanted to ask you guys something. Did you see a bunch of scary-looking men come by here at all?
Yep, we did. It looked like they were chasing someone.
Are they trying to catch a monster too?
No, don't worry. It's all just a big misunderstanding. Be good kids and stay out of trouble, all right? Stay in the city for now.
We will. We'll be on our best behavior, especially for you,
It looks like this is the right way. Let's keep going. If Sakujiro still hasn't made up his mind, I guess I'll have to step in. Look! There are people from the Tenryo Commission over there! It must be them!
Sorry, official business. I can't let you pass.
Sakujiro and Keisuke are up ahead, right? We need to...
Didn't you hear me? You're not...
Ugh, what a nuisance!
Alright, let's duke it out.
Fire hazard!
I must withdraw.
Eyes on me! Wind blade! With the wind!
Whooped.
How dare you impede the work of the Tenryo Commission? You will be punished for your act. There is nowhere you can escape justice. Not even at the edges of the...
Look at that! The one with the loud... We can't waste any more time on these guys. Let's push on. They should be just ahead.
Your skills with the sword have stagnated, Sakujiro. You should have known that you stood no chance against me in a duel.
I never imagined I'd fall into your hands. If this is to be my fate...
But your return says that you finally came around to my point of view.
Whatever you say.
You will return with me to the Tenryo The one who made this boat will...
Wait! It doesn't have to end like this!
Hey, I know you. You're Naganahara's girl, who makes the fireworks. I know you like to get it...
It's okay, Yoimiya. The past is the...
And why did you risk... I'll tell you why! This is why! This is the chance you've been waiting for! To talk everything through!
I have nothing to say to him. He's a criminal. I work for the Tenryo Out of respect for the friendship we once had, I gave him...
What are you talking about? You left all your subordinates back there to guard the road, making sure no one else followed you here. Seems to me like you were hoping for a chance to talk. I can see it in your faces. You
Don't flatter yourself.
Yoimiya, leave it.
No, I won't leave it. I will not stick Keisuke. You seem to like settling things with a duel, so let's do it. If I win, then you... And the same goes for you, Sakujiro. If you don't say anything now...
And if you lose?
Then I'll admit to collaborating with
Yoimiya?
I accept.
Whoop your ass.
We're here to back you up.
Backup? Those are supposed to be one-on-one! Alright, that's it! Let's help Yoimiya! We can't let her fight them all alone!
I must. Tragic. Tragic Bronson!
Sir, they are too strong. We need more men.
Stand down.
What?
I thought I told you to stay.
Yes, sir. So...
Young lady, you are just... Why were you so convinced that we had things...
Because Sakujiro may not have told me about you when he came back. Then your parents told me about what... And that's why I simply refused to... Nobody sets off a fire...
The reason I came back is that it wasn't that I'd changed my mind. I saw the freedom of Mondstadt. I was glad that I'd left Ina's... I was an escapee.
So that's why you came back? Out of your naive...
No, I let go of all those delusions of...
Huh?
I don't know about you, but life hasn't been... But I just had to come back and visit.
Life isn't easy for anyone. I truly worship the Raiden Shogun. Her ideas were my personal... But now... My role is to punish violence. I do wonder... The boat is yours.
Huh?
I couldn't make you stay in Inazuma, but that doesn't mean I want to keep you here by force.
What will you say to the...
Don't worry about that. If you want to come back, I hear the process of returning to Inazuma from the outside world is long and complicated, but it can be done. I will lend you my help, but... And don't kick the bucket on the way out.
Don't worry, Keisuke. Any chance we can watch the fireworks?
Maybe. It's not like me to give in to childish sentiment like this. It's the one that Sakujiro planned on using for his escape. I asked Yoshitaka and the others to transport it here, citing the temporary contraband storage club. Forcing Sakujiro to this spot was also something It's just like you said, Yoimiya. Even though I...
But I think you...
I understand now. I had heard there was a new Naganohara running things these days. Little loud and reckless, maybe, but... By the way, Naganohara fireworks can...
Sorry, no can do. Without the slipper reference, I can't...
Never mind then.
Don't get too down just yet, though. I mentioned that Sakujiro ordered a fire. I can't make another one, but I'm guessing Sakujiro probably won't be needing his anymore. It'd be a shame for it to go to waste.
Thank you very much.
No worries. And don't miss... Yoimiya! The way... What can I say? If you're not willing to communicate, then the problem just sits there. Sakujiro and Keisuke can't turn back the clock in there. Anyway, follow me. I'll bring you to the perfect... My pops will set off the firework that I want...
Huh? No. Oh, it's... Keisuke.
What do they mean to you? Yoimiya?
Shh.
Huh? Oh.
That was I didn't actually cry though, right? I just, remember that big one that went up? That's the one I had Pop speak for you.
Oh, Paimon saw it! It was...
That's what I wanted to hear. No matter where your journey, I believe that is time. Oh, and also, you're technically my customers now.
You know, Yoimiya, you seem to turn into a completely different person during...
Oh, I can hear you. I just have a habit of being quietly watching something you made with your own hands rise into the sky. You asked me what fireworks mean to...
Yep. Well, for Koichi, who built the boat for us, and his friend, for Keisuke's parents, they commemorate... And for Keisuke and Sakujiro, they were commemorate... Oh yeah, right, beliefs!
As for me, to be honest, even though I've thought about it countless times before, I still haven't found an answer.
Sounds about right.
Well, no one's ever asked me this before, so I've never really settled on an answer. It was by chance that I happened to be born into the Naganohara family, so it was by chance. It's also by chance that I've met so many people, learned so many things, and discovered that people associate watching fireworks with the things that are most precious to them. Fireworks that disappear in a flash of light are probably the furthest thing away from the eternity, but people's feelings don't just disappear. And it's those feelings that give fireworks their purpose. If nobody wanted to watch fireworks, then they wouldn't exist.
Correct.
Also, consider this. You have to have the Naganoharas because so many people are emotionally invested in the existence of fireworks. If we didn't exist, their wishes would go unfulfilled, wouldn't they? You know, I don't really think about complicated things like this very often. But I'm proud that I was born into the Naganohara family and have the chance to make so many pretty fireworks.
Inazuma is not such a bad place. Paimon's having a pretty good time. As usual, it's the first stop, Komori Tea House. Are you ready to head over?
We back. Alright, what's it? 148. Alright, I'm gonna do some wacky doodle stuff in this part. It's today, Monday. See how many sigils I got. I don't think I got a lot. I don't think I got any. We got 12. 32. Oh no, let me go check. Let us go see. Let us go see. Let's check it out. Oh no. Need 18 more. So I had to. Okay. I gotcha. I had to transform myself. See, I'd be able to go in there.
Let's get down to business. There's more! Say no more!
You can't run! I'll protect us.
How's this? To the very... Finally, No. Is this an answer from this world?
Try my blade. Wind blade.
La 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 la.
I'm ready.
Lights out. What a nuisance.
Cheap tricks.
Judgment. To ashes. You can't run.
This will end you.
Yeah.
Yeah. This isn't over. Yeah. Cut down. Like this.
There are a few interesting trinkets here.
Light blade.
Judgment.
Say no more.
Punishment. Judgment.
To the fairy. Finally, no. Is this an answer from this world?
Damn.
Disappear.
You can't run.
Ready, steady, go! Let the show be.
Judgment. Yeah. Shiver! You can't run!
Windblade!
Just try my man.
Let's dance. I'll protect us.
Power that isn't hostile!
Things are getting interesting.
Go, Barbara, go! Let the show begin. show begin.
Eyes on me!
Let the show begin.
You can't run!
Let's go. Conduct this hat, baby. Whoa. Bless me.
A reward on the road.
Alrighty. I'm going to end it right here for that part. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Thank you, Edgy. Thank you, Pav. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you to the subscription on YouTube. You already know all my videos that I do. Every stream will be uploaded on YouTube. Thank you. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Peace.